In a quiet suburb nestled at the edge of the forest, lived an old man named Thomas and his dog, Shadow. Shadow was an unusual dog, not because of his breed, a simple black Labrador, but because he had never barked. Not once. Not as a pup, not when the mailman came, not even when other dogs barked at him. Vets said his vocal cords were fine. He simply chose silence. Neighbors whispered about the mute dog. Some children thought he was haunted, others believed he was just shy. But to Thomas, Shadow was perfect. They were companions in solitude, two quiet souls who understood each other without words. Widowed and childless, Thomas often told Shadow, "You don't need to bark, you've already spoken to my heart." Each morning, they walked the forest trail behind their house. Thomas moved slower now, leaning on a cane, but Shadow always stayed close, his eyes alert, ears perked, as if guarding every step. One crisp autumn evening, Thomas wandered deeper into the woods than usual. The trees grew denser, the light dimmer. A wrong step, a snapped branch, and Thomas tumbled down a ravine, his leg twisted in agony. Pain coursed through him. He couldn't climb back up. Night began to fall. Shadow, pacing nervously, looked down at his master. No barking, no howling. Just his intense gaze. Then, with swift urgency, he turned and disappeared into the trees. Thomas lay there, shivering, whispering, "Go on, boy. Get help," but doubt gnawed at him. Who would understand what a silent dog was trying to say? Hours passed. Then, faint crunching of leaves. A flashlight's beam. Voices. Rescue workers. "We almost missed him," one said. "But your dog found us on the road. He wouldn't stop tugging my jacket until we followed him." Thomas was lifted onto a stretcher, grateful and stunned. "Where's Shadow?" he asked, eyes scanning the woods. Silence. Then a rescuer spoke gently. "I'm sorry. He ran ahead, guided us here, but when we got close to the ravine, he slipped. The slope was steep. He didn't make it." Thomas turned away, tears breaking free. They found Shadow's body near the edge, his paw outstretched toward the place his master had fallen. He had died without a sound, just as he had lived. Thomas buried him in their backyard, beneath the old oak where they used to sit. On the gravestone he carved, "Shadow, the dog who never barked, but heard everything, my hero." In time, the neighborhood children stopped fearing the silent dog. They visited the oak, laid flowers on his grave, and listened as Thomas told his story. He always ended it the same way: he didn't need to bark. Love is louder than sound, and in that quiet yard, under the rustling leaves, it felt true.